Hey there, fellow Pokemon fans! Today we'll be showcasing off the power of Water-Type Starter Pokemon. We've got classics like the OG himself, Blastoise. We've then got my favourite Johtoanian Pokemon, that being Feraligatr. Following that, we've got the super useful and super bulky Swampert, the iconic Greninja himself, and then we've also got the Hisuian version of Samurott, and finally we've got the latest Water Starter Pokemon from Generation 9, that being Quackable. And yeah, while we're on the subject, I've done this style of team before for both the fire and the grass starters, so I'll leave a link in the top hand corner right about there, just in case you fancy checking out those ones after this. And now let's do our quick question of the day. What's your favourite water-type starter Pokemon? Mine would definitely have to be Feraligatr, as it's my second favourite Pokemon of all time, and not to mention my favourite Generation 2 Pokemon. But yeah, I'd love to know yours, so be sure to let me know down below in the comments, and if you enjoy the video and want to join me on my journey to reach 1,000 subscribers, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button for more exciting battles. And with all that said, let's jump straight into the games. Okay, so my opponent's got a Morpeko, a Chimecho, Empoleon, a Smeargle, Porygon-Z, and the Chandelure. Okay, so I'll be leading off with my Samurott, and let's do this. Okay, so who are you leading off with? Is it the Smeargle? Let's find out. Oh, it's the Morpeko. Interesting. So, now, I suppose I could go into... Actually, this is perfect to go into my Swampert, right? So I'll do that so I can get the Stealth Rocks. Alright, come on back, Samurott. I'm not gonna... So basically, they might think that I'm not Choice Scarf now, because they think that they're Morpeko will outspeed me, right? So, okay, Swampert, come on in. What are they going for? Oh, they went for a parting shot. Okay, fair enough. So... that was unfortunate. I guess I should have gone for the attacking type move, but it is what it is, right? So, okay. Let's see what they go into. Alright, so, who's coming out now? Is it the Chandelure of the Terra Grass, maybe? Oh, ooh. What is this going to go for? Alright, let's go for a Stealth Rocks and let's find out. So, Cosmic Power. Okay. Geez, okay, so that's kind of scary. I'm going to go for a Flip Turn now to get out of here. So, this thing's probably a stored power set, and... I don't know what I can do to this except maybe go for a Choice Specs Dark Pulse with Greninja. Yeah, I think that's in my best interest. Let's go for that Flip Turn. Here we go. Alright, so now they're +2 in defense and special defense. Jeez Louise. Okay, so actually maybe going into Samurott's better because they are more specially defensively bulky, right? So, a little bit of chip damage with the Flip Turn. They're probably leftovers, so they'll get half that back. And yeah, okay, so what am I going to do against this, eh? So... I guess it's in my best interest to go into the Samurott and go for the Ceaseless Edges so I can get up as many hazards as possible. So, okay, Samurott, let's do this, buddy. Let's go for that Ceaseless Edge. Let's do this. Alright, so Samurott goes for that Ceaseless Edge. Let's see the damage. Oh my god, that's fantastic. Good job, buddy. So, alright, we get... So, there's 2 layers of spikes now. Sorry, 1 layer of spikes and 1 layer of Stealth Rocks, right? So, oh, they go for the Wrap. Okay, fantastic. So, maybe they're... I don't know what they are, but we can just keep going for those Ceaseless Edges, right? Because we're doing fantastic damage. Samurott, as long as you don't miss, we can do this. Come on, buddy. Alright, so Samurott goes for that Ceaseless Edge, and... oh my god, we take out the Chimecho. Samurott, you absolute monster. Oh my god, I love Hisuian Samurott. It's so awesome. Good job, buddy. Okay, so 2 layers of spikes, 1 layer of Stealth Rocks. Let's see who comes in. Alright, so who's coming in now? It's going to be the Morpeko. Okay, so they might have Rapid Spin on this, to be fair, so... I don't want to stay in case they go for an electric type move. I think going into Swampert's obvious, but it's fine. Samurott, you've been amazing, buddy. Come on back, and Swampert, let's come on in. And if they go for a Rapid Spin, I'll just go for a straight up Stealth Rocks, right? They'll probably parting shot out. And yep, they're okay. So if they want a Rapid Spin now, they have to take my Earthquake, right? So fantastic. So no, actually, I'm gonna go for a Flip Turn. Yeah, I'll go for a Flip Turn. Let's do it. Alright, so they do go for the parting shot, so they're trying to get some momentum like that, but we'll get some momentum upon seeing what they go into with our Flip Turn, right? So, okay, back goes the Morpeko. Let's see who comes in. Alright, so who's going to come in, eh? Summon the reliable partner, and it is the Porygon. Okay, well, this thing is more frail, right? So we should be able to... that's some fantastic hazards, buddy. So let's go for that Flip Turn. Let's see how much we do. Oh, my God. Swampert, amazing. Come on back, buddy. So now on this... I could go into my Quackable, but then if they're Terra Ghost, that'd be obvious, right? So, I'm going to go into my Samurott. I'm going to go for a Ceaseless Edge, right? So, come on in, Samurott, buddy. I need your assistance. And, yeah, if they go for a Terra Ghost, we'll be able to resist it. So, yeah, Ceaseless Edge it is. Let's do it, Samurott. Okay, so... no, we missed the Ceaseless Edge. Oh, my God. Okay, so this is really, really bad. What are you going for? What are they going for? Oh, they went for a Recover. Fantastic. Okay, so I got worried there for a second. So, okay, fair enough. So, whew. Alright, Never punished, eh? So, do you know what? I'm going to go for that Caesar's Edge, and let's see if it's enough. Alright, so they're terrestrializing. Okay, so could they be going into the Terra Ghost? If they're going for Terra Ghost, expecting my fighting type move, this would be fantastic, right? So, Terra Normal. Okay, so I guess they're going to hit me with like a Hyper Voice. I forgot what normal move Porygon gets. That's okay, we go for that Caesar's Edge, and oh my god, if we didn't miss, we would have knocked it out, right? But at least there's 3 layers of spikes, right? So that's always great to see. So what are they going for? Try attack. Wait, do we dodge it? No, okay, it's normal gem boosted. Oh my god, okay. Samurott, thanks for all you've done, buddy. You took a good long rest. Okay, so, okay, but we got 3 layers of spikes and 1 Stealth Rock's upright, so we're in a really good position. I'm now going to go into... Who do I want to go into, eh? So, I'm going to go into my Quackable. Let's do it. So, coming in Quackable, buddy. I'm going to go for the close combat. And, yeah, I'm going to go for that close combat. Let's do it, buddy. Alright, so, Quackable goes for that close combat. And, okay, so, I don't know if they've realized, but I think that means that I'd definitely have to be Choice Scarf, right? I'm pretty sure Porygon Z is faster than, Quackable, right? So, okay, at least their Terra Pokemon's gone down. We'll get a nice little Moxie boost, and the only Pokemon that can switch in now is the Chandelure, right? But I doubt that thing's heavy-duty boots, so they'll take some major damage. Let's see. Alright, so, who's coming in? Is it the Chandelure? It's... Oh my god, it's the... Okay, so, +1 close combat. You've used up your terrestrialization. There's no way you're taking this hit, buddy. So, let's go for that close combat, Quackable, and let's do this. Alright, so, Quackable goes for that +1 super effective close combat, and we knock out the Empoleon. Amazing. Okay, so, we are now -2 in defenses, but we're also going to be at +2 with our Moxie ability, right? So, things are looking good. I think Quackable can finish up now. Their only Pokemon remaining is the Smeargle and the Chandelure. If they go in the Chandelure, I'll have to switch out, but we'll see. Alright, so, is it the Chandelure or the Morpeko? Okay, it is a Chandelure. So, as long as I've got Quackable, I don't... Oh my god, look at that damage. Amazing. Okay, so, I'm going to go into my Blastoise. I think they're going to be going for a Ghost-type move. Pretty confident Blastoise can tank 1 hit, and then I'll go for a flip turn, right? So, okay, coming in Blastoise, buddy. I need your assistance. Here we go. So, what are they going for? Confuse Ray. Oh my god. Okay, fantastic stuff. So, they are going for the RNG shenanigans. Okie dokie. So, Blastoise, let's go for a flip turn and let's break through this confusion. Here we go. Alright, so, and they got the curse. Okay, so if we break through this confusion... Oh, wait a minute, they take themselves out. What am I talking about? So, fair enough. So, alright, so that basically means Quackable's close combats are now super free. Alright, well, let's see who they send in next. Maybe the, oh, we didn't break through confusion either way, right? So, fair enough. So, alright, so we get some leftovers. Always nice to see. Nice, nice, nice. So, the only Pokemon they got left is the Smeargle and the Morpeko. So going for Rapid Spin at this point would not even benefit them, because they're pretty much... unless they want to preserve Focus Sash on Smeargle, I don't know, but let's find out. Alright, so, is it the Morpeko or the Smeargle? It's the Smeargle, okay. So, I will just go for that flip turn. I'm gonna gamble the confusion. What the hell? Why not, right? So, let's go for that flip turn. Here we go. So, they went for a Spore. Oh my god, okay, fair enough. So, I don't know what else they could do to me, to be fair. So... maybe I just go for the body press for the moment I wake up, right? Because we do burn turn 1 of sleep. There is a chance we can wake up next turn, right? So we will be taking curse damages, but at this point, we've got so many Pokemon in the back that we're not too worried, right? So we take some more curse damage, unfortunately. And yeah, okay, so I'm going to go... Actually, let's just go for that flip turn to get rid of this curse, right? So, okay. Oh, they got Salt Cure? Oh my god, okay. So that's a crazy set. So... can we wake up Blastoise? Come on, buddy. So, Blastoise wakes up. Let's go for that flip. Oh, my God. I forgot about confusion. Come on, buddy. This is your time to shine, Blastoise. Come on. And Blastoise goes for that flip turn. Ooh, almost knocking it out. Fantastic job, buddy. So, I can now go into... who do I want to finish up with, eh? So, let's just go into Greninja. Let's do it. So, we can go for those Choice Specs Water Shurikens. Caught me. So, Greninja, come on in, buddy. Let's go for that Water Shuriken. Here we go. Alright, so Greninja goes for that Choice Specs boosted Water Shuriken, and let's knock out this Smeargle. Only 1 Shuriken was necessary for the Smeargle. Fantastic stuff. Let's save the rest for the Morpeko. Good job, Greninja. And yeah, okay, so they're going to take some major hazards damage when they come in, and I'm pretty sure the Water Shuriken will be enough, right? So let's see. Alright, so here comes their final Pokemon, the Morpeko. Yeah, look at that. They're going to take some major hazards damage. So that's the Stealth Rocks, and that's the Spikes. Amazing. So, Greninja, finish up with 1 final Water Shuriken, and let's do this. So, okay, Greninja goes for that Choice Specs Water Shuriken, and only 2 Shurikens are required. Fantastic stuff. So, down goes their final Pokemon. Good games to my opponent. That was a really fun battle. They had a really cool team. And yeah, great job to all my Pokemon. Boy, oh boy, look at my opponent's team. They've got an Azumarill, Garchomp, Baxcalibur, Miraidon, Metagross, and a Pawmot. What a tough-looking team. I'm going to lead off with my Swampert, and let's do this. Okay, so who are you leading off with, eh? So out comes the Azumarill. Okie dokie. So, this might be a belly drum set for all I know, right? But I've got to go for the Stealth Rocks because I think it's in my best interest, right? So, okay, we've got to do it. Swampert, let's go for those Stealth Rocks. Here we go. Alright, so we are fast, that's great to see, so we can get off some damage, but I think I want to preserve Swampert just so I can have it for the Miraidon, right? So, what are they going for? Play rough, okay, so Swampert takes that relatively well. Good job, buddy, we'll get some leftovers. And now, I'm going to go for a flip turn. We'll get off some chip damage, just because I want to keep Swampert healthy, right? But who's coming in on this play? I guess Blastoise, so yeah, let's go for that flip turn. Here we go, so Swampert goes for that flip turn. A little bit of chip damage on the Azumarill. Great job, buddy. I'll go into my Blastoise and I'll go for an Iron Defense, right? I think that's in my best interest. Yeah, let's go into... actually, let me think about this. I could go into Greninja, I suppose, but then what would I do with Greninja? Okay, oh, Liquidation, even better. Okay, so Blastoise takes that like a boss. No defense drops, please. Okay, fantastic. So, do I think... Actually, if I go for Flip Turn, I'll just be faster, won't I? So, they're leftovers on the Azumarill as well. Fair enough. So... I'm now going to go for a Iron Defense. Let's do it. All right, so... Oh, they're withdrawing. Maybe they're going into Miraidon. Okay, so time to find out. Are you going into the Miraidon? So who's coming out now? It is the Pawmot. Okay. So maybe I tear off... maybe... Hang on a minute. No, do you know what? I'm just going to go for that straight-up Body Press because I feel like... their Double Shock won't do as much damage, right? So we are +2 in defense. So and this will also cover if they switch into the Miraidon, right? So okay, Blastoise, let's go for that Body Press. Let's do some damage. All right, so they go for the Double Shock, but we are +2 in defense. Hold on, Blastoise, buddy, hold on. Blastoise holds on like a boss, you absolute monster. So now they use up their electricity typing, so they're just fighting, right? So we go for that Body Press, and oh, we almost knock it out. Good job, though, Blastoise. I'll go for one final should I go for a flip turn to get some more leftovers on Swampert is the question, right? No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the that Rapid Spin to get an extra speed boost. All right, so oh, they got the Thunder Wave. Okay, so they paralyzed my Blastoise. That sucks, I guess, but it is what it is, I suppose. I wasn't really expecting Blastoise to act. Oh, we get paralyzed though, so that sucks. Don't tell me you're going for the Revival Blessing right now. That would suck. So I'm going to go for a Rapid Spin. Actually, I'll go for a Body Press just in case they switch. Alright, so they go for the Brick Break. Okay, so Blastoise takes that like a boss. Good job. But we get paralyzed again. Oh, no. Okay, so... yeah, I think I need to go for an... Maybe I go for another Iron Defense. Maybe I do that. Yeah, okay, so Blastoise, buddy. Let's go for that... let's go for that Iron Defense. Here we go. Alright, so they go for another Brick Break. Blastoise takes that relatively well, 25 HP. We go for, now we're +4 in defense, right? So Blastoise is tanky. Now I'm going to go for a Body Press in case they think, oh boy, I've got to switch, right? So you never know, they might switch into the Miraidon, so getting off a +4 Body Press on that would be amazing, right? So let's go for that Body Press and let's do this. Alright, so they go for another Brick Break, fair enough. So now we take 16 from that, so we'll get most of that back from the leftovers. So, okay, Blastoise takes out the Pawmot. Good job, Blastoise. Let's see who's next. Alrighty, so are they going into the Miraidon? No, into Metagross. I'm +4 defense, unless this is a special attacking set. I don't know, right? But I'm going for that Body Press. Let's do it, Blastoise. Alright, so Zen Headbutt, we're +4 in defense. Okay, so Blastoise taking those like a boss. We do get flinched, unfortunately, but Blastoise is taking those amazingly. Okay, so I've got to go for the Body Press. I was thinking about going for an Iron Defense, right? But I want to get as much damage as possible. So Blastoise, let's go for that Body Press. Let's do this. Alright, so Bullet Punch. Oh my god, that's going to do nothing. So 5 HP. Blastoise, fire up that +4 Body Press. Let's see the damage. Oh my god, Blastoise, you're amazing. Okay, so Blastoise is popping off. Amazing. So we literally gained more health back thanks to the leftovers than we took from their Bullet Punch, right? So let's go for another Body Press. Let's do it. Alright, so they're withdrawing. So something else, if we don't get paralyzed, we'll take another +4 Body Press, right? So, okay, who's coming in? Let's find out. Who's it going to be? It is the... Oh, Baxcalibur. Okay, Blastoise, Breakthrough Confusion, Paralysis, buddy. So Blastoise goes for that +4 Body Press, and we one-shot the Baxcalibur. Amazing job, Blastoise. Blastoise is going crazy. I don't know why they're not just switching into the Miraidon, but fair enough. So we'll get some more leftovers. Enjoy that snack Blastoise. You have deserved it. Amazing stuff. Okay, so let's see who's next. Alright, so are they finally going into the Miraidon? They are indeed. Okay, so they take some Stealth Rocks. Fantastic stuff. now is the time to switch into Swampert. They're definitely going for an electric type move after all that hassle, right? So let's go straight into our Swampert. We'll soak up the electric type move, and we'll get some leftovers, and then I'll fire off an Earthquake, right? So calm back, Blastoise. You have been amazing. I could not have asked for more. You weakened the Metagross. You took out the Baxcalibur. Fantastic. Okay, so Swampert comes on in. They do go for the electric type move. Good job, Swampert, for soaking that up. Okay, so do I go for the flip turn here? Do I think they're going to switch? Who would they switch into on my Earthquake? No one, really, so let's go for it. Alright, so... Oh, Dragon Pulse. Hold on, Swampert, buddy. Hold on. Oh, they crit my Swampert. That sucks. Okay. Jeez. Alright, what I've got to do now is go into my Samurott. Go for the Ceaseless Edge. We won't knock it out, I don't think. But then we go for the Quackable Close Combat, right? Oh, wait. That won't work either. But, alright, we've got to go for the Ceaseless Edge. Let's do it, Samurott. Alright, so Samurott goes for that Ceaseless Edge. We do some nice damage, and gee, I don't even know if Close Combat knocks it out from that range, to be honest. So that sucks. And they go for the Thunder. Oh my god. Okay, so that cooks my Samurott, but at least we got one Stealth Frogs and one Spikes up, right? So that's so annoying they crit my Swampert, but we can turn this around. We can turn this around, right? So okay, I've got to go into my Feraligatr. I've got to do it. I've got to Aqua Jet to get off some chip damage, and then it'll be in range for Close Combat to knock it out, right? This is like this is just above the range I would need for what's his face thingy, right? So okay, I've got to go for that Aqua Jet. Let's do it for Alligator. Alright, so Aqua Jet goes for that, Feraligatr goes for the Aqua Jet. We bring it just in range for the Close Combat for the Quackable to knock it out. They go for an Electro Drift, and that will knock out my Feraligatr. Thanks for helping out, Feraligatr. You've been amazing, buddy. Take a good long rest, and okay. Quackable, it all rides on you, buddy. This is all or nothing. All of this just because they crit my Swampert. Bloody RNG is a cruel mistress sometimes, eh? So, okay, let's go into Quackable, and let's go for that Close Combat. Quackable, I need your help, buddy. Let's do this. So, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Why didn't I just go for the Ice Spinner? I'm so silly, aren't I? I'm going for that Ice Spinner. I just wasted Feraligatr for no reason. I just realized that. See, I'm making mistakes in the heat at the moment, right? So I could have just gone for Ice Spinner and knocked it out. So that's my bad. Okay, so now they can go into Azumarill. I'll have to switch into my Blastoise, but I don't even think Blastoise can do anything, right? So this is not looking good. So we get a nice little +1 Moxie attack boost, though, so that's great to see. So yeah, wasting Feraligatr there was such a misplay on my part, but it is what it is, right? Things happen in the heat at the moment. Let's see who's next. Alright, so who's coming out now? It is the Garchomp. Have they terrestrialized yet? I don't know why they want, unless they're Choice Scarf Chomp themselves. They haven't terrestrialized. Okay, well, I've got to take this opportunity, right? So let's go for the Ice Spinner. So, oh my god, okay, fair enough. So Quackable goes for the Ice Spinner, and we knock out their Garchomp. So I guess now they're making a mistake. So we're both, like, locked in. We're like, oh boy, okay. So, alright, good job, Quackable. Nice little +2 in our Moxie. Let's see who comes in next. Alright, so, is it the Azumarill finally? So no, it's this. Okay, well, after the Stealth Frogs and the Spikes, I'm confident that this +2 Ice Spinner will be enough to knock it out, right? So let's go for it, Quackable. Alright, so Quackable goes for that +2 Ice Spinner, knock out the Metagross, and it knocks out the Metagross. For a second, I thought it lived. I was like, oh no. Okay, so now we'll get to +3 attack thanks to our Moxie ability, and then I'm going to smack this Azumarill right in the face with this +3 Ice Spinner, right? Let's see. Alrighty, here comes the final Pokemon, the Azumarill. So they are a pretty healthy amount of health, to be fair, but I have to just go for it, don't I? So I'm going to go for that Terra Water Ice Spinner, just in case they go for a Play Rough, so we can tank the hit, right? So I feel like +3 Ice Spinner, even though it gets cut in half, that's like cutting 3 in half to 1.5, right? So I feel like it will still do a good chunk of damage to this, right? So, okay, Quackable, Terra Water to survive one Play Rough, and that probably means we could survive an Aqua Jet after that. So, okay, +3 Ice Spinner, here we go, get him, Quackable, and oh my, fantastic damage, buddy. Good job. Okay, so here's the Play Rough. Hold on, Quackable. That's why I terrestrialize. Okay, so they get some more leftovers. Now, it all depends on whether or not their Aqua Jet knocks me out, right? So, Quackable, I need you to hold on. So, let's go for that Ice Spinner, and let's do this. Alright, so, alrighty, so we go for that Ice Spinner, and we're going to knock out this Azumarill. Oh, no, sorry, it lived, fair enough. So, what do they go for? Play Rough. So, they gambled the miss, fair enough. So, we can now go into Greninja for the finish, right? So, Quackable, thank you for all you've done. You literally brought it back for me after my misplay, so thanking you, buddy. So, okay, let's go into our final Pokemon, the Greninja, and we can go for a Terra Blast to become a normal type and knock them out, right? So, okay, Greninja, come on in, buddy. I need your help. So, okay, Choice Specs, Terra Normal, Terra Blast will knock this out, right? So, okay, Greninja, let's finish up and let's do this. Alright, oh, they're don't you dare tell me you're a ghost type. Okay, so, alright, What are you terrestrializing into, eh? So it's going to be the Terrafaria. That's fine. Okay, so good job. Okay, so fair enough. I guess they wanted to terrestrialize right at the end, right, for the sake of theatrics, right? So, okay. Greninja, Terra Blast, Protein turns us into a normal type. Lovely jubbly. Annihilate him, Greninja, and down goes the Azumarill. Whew. What an intense battle. Boy, oh boy, I literally thought that I was going to lose thanks to my misplay earlier, but Quackable and the rest of my Pokemon were there to save the day. Good game to my opponent. That was a fun battle, and great job to all my Pokemon. Boosh. Jeez Louise, look at my opponent's team. They got an all-legendary team minus the Sinistra, right? They got bloody Tinglu, Rayquaza, Eternatus, Chien-Pao, and the Wu-Chien. Boy, oh boy. Can the water starters prevail? We're about to find out. So, let's lead off with our Swampert, and let's do this. Okay, Mr. Legendary, who are you leading off with, eh? So, is it the Tinglu? It is the Tinglu, fair enough. So, it's the brand new Tinglu that we got today. So, as of recording, this is the day I got the Tinglu, right? So, fair enough. So, I'll trade my Stealth Rocks with theirs. They don't seem to have any ways of being able to get rid of hazards, right? So, the moment I can get up Stealth Rocks and as many spikes as possible, we'll be in a really good position, right? So, let's go for those Stealth Rocks. Here we go. So, okay, we are faster. That's great to see. So, Swampert goes for those Stealth Rocks. Lovely jubbly. And I might go for the Ice Punch, making them have to go for the Ruination, Earthquake, or Whirlwind on their end, right? So, because if I'm faster, I don't want to flip turn out and then they Whirlwind me out, right? So, let's go for that Ice Punch and let's see if we can get a nice little cheeky freeze. Alright, so Swampert goes for the Ice Punch. Nice chunk of damage. Can we get a freeze? We don't. Okay, so... And they've got the Stealth Rocks. What? Okay, maybe they misclicked there. I'm not too sure. Interesting. So they get some Stealth leftovers back. Okie dokie. Why did they go for... Are they Choice Banded? No way they're Choice Banded, right? So, who are they going to on my Ice Punch? Let's just go for the Ice Punch. Alright, so Swampert goes for the Ice Punch again. We're doing some nice damage. Can we get the freeze? We do not. So, and now they go for the spikes. Oh, they definitely misclicked last time, right? So, okay, fair enough. So, I'm now going to go into... okay, what I need to do now is I need to flip turn out of here to go into my Samurott and start spamming the Ceaseless Edge, right? So, let's do that. Okay, so let's go for that flip turn. Here we go. Alright, so Swampert goes for that flip turn. Nice chunk of damage. Good job, buddy. So, they're almost at 50%, but then they'll probably climb up to about 60-ish% after the leftovers, right? So, okay. Or do I go into Blastoise? I'm going into my Samurott. I think it's in my best interest to get up as many hazards as possible so that they also take chip damage every time they switch, right? So, okay. I'm guessing they're going for a second layer of spikes. Let's see. So, they go for... Oh, no. Oh, my God. That's so annoying. Now they went for the Whirlwind. So, Samurott comes on back. And if we're lucky, maybe we can go into Blastoise. I don't know, right? So, I think I have to go for the Rapid Spin, even though it's obvious. If we do go into... Oh, my God. Blastoise comes on just in clutch, right? So, okay. I am going to go for that Rapid Spin just in case they think I'm a Shell Smash set. Because if they think I'm Shell Smash, they'll stay and go for a Whirlwind, right? So, okay. Blastoise, get some leftovers back. You've been great. Let's go for that Rapid Spin immediately. Okay, so there's their leftovers. Yep. So, the only thing is with the Rapid Spins, we're going to be faster, right? So, okay, let's go for that Rapid Spin and let's see if they switch. Alright, so they stayed in amazing. So we go for that Rapid Spin. We get rid of 2 layers of spikes and the Stealth Rocks. And maybe now they're just going for the Whirlwind. Let's find out. So they must be going for the Whirlwind, right? So they are indeed. So they were worried I was Shell Smash, right? So, okay. I need someone to be able to come in that can hit this really hard, right? So, let's see. Who could it be? Let's find out. So, who's it going to be? Come on out. It's the Samurott. Amazing. Okay, so I could go for an Aqua Cutter here to do some massive damage to this, right? So, do I want to do that? Interesting. So, I'm going for that Aqua Cutter. Let's do it, Samurott. So, Samurott goes for the Aqua Cutter, and oh, it lived. Damn. Okay, so what are you going for? They go for 1 layer of spikes. Okay, so 1 spike is better than all those extra spikes and that Stealth Rocks, right? So, okay, let's go for 1 more Aqua Cutter. I doubt anything they can terrestrialize into will save them, and we'll go from there. I'm not going to switch because I don't want them getting up more hazards, right? So, okay, Samurott, 1 more Aqua Cutter, and let's knock this out. Alright, so they're withdrawing. Oh, okay, maybe they're going into the Wu-Chien or the Sinistra, right? So, moment of truth. What are you going into, eh? So, it's going to be the... oh, Eternatus. Okay. Give me got a frog in my throat. So, okay. They take some Stealth Rocks. Fair enough. So, let's see how much we do with our Aqua Cutter, right? So, alright. Samurott goes for the Aqua Cutter. Nice chunk of damage, buddy. Good job. So, who am I switching into on this, though? So, they could be a... Cosmic Power set. I don't know. Who do I need Swampert for? So, do you know what? I'll go back into my Swampert because the Wu-Chien and the Sinistra I can't do anything with Swampert with, right? So, seeing as Swampert has a super effective move against this, maybe I go for the Flip Turn or the Earthquake. I don't know. So, alright, Swampert, you're in charge. Come on in. Now, is it Cosmic Power? So, we take some spikes, unfortunately, and It is Cosmic Power. Oh my god. Okay, so what am I doing against this? Alright, so I might just go for the Earthquake to try and see how much damage I do. Yeah, I think I'll go for one Earthquake. Let's do it, Swampert. Alright, so they go for the Dynamax Cannon. Okay, fair enough. So let's see how much we take from this. So hold on, Swampert. Swampert barely holds on. Fair enough. So their Life Orb. Okay, so this Earthquake should do a good chunk of damage. So let's see how much we do, eh? So fantastic job, Swampert. Amazing. I could not have asked for more, right? So, okay. They'll have to next knock me out with a Dynamax Cannon, and then they'll take some Life Orb chip damage, right? So, okay, Swampert, let's go for one more Earthquake, and let's knock this out. Alright, so they go for one more Dynamax Cannon. That will knock out my Swampert. But Swampert, thanks for all you've done, buddy. I could not have asked for more. You've been amazing. They'll take some Life Orb chip damage. And then I'm going to go into my Samurott and go for a Ceaseless Edge. That's going to be more than enough to knock it out, right? And then we'll get up an extra layer of hazard. So, Samurott, I need your help, buddy. Come on in. So, Samurott, the Unrivaled, comes on in. And yeah, okay. So, we take some spikes. Lovely jubbly. And what am I talking about? Why is it lovely jubbly? I'm just saying stuff in the moment by accident. So, okay. Ceaseless Edge. Here we go. So, Samurott goes for that Ceaseless Edge and we knock out the Eternatus. Amazing job. The crit didn't matter, but do you know what? That was revenge. Good job, Samurott, and let's see who's next. Alright, so who's coming in? Some of the Pokemon fan is the Wu-Qian. Okay, so what am I doing against this, eh? So they take some Stealth Rocks and some Spikes. That's always good to see. So this thing likes to go for Substitute and Leech Seed and crap, right? So, okay, do you know what? I'm going to go into my Blastoise. Let's do it. So, I've got the Rapid Spin to be able to get rid of Leech Seed, so I think that can work. So, it all depends on what their Wu-Qian set is, I suppose. But most of the ones I see are normally like Leech Seed and Substitute, right? So, we take some Spikes. Yep. So, Pollen Puff. What does that do again? That, oh my god, what does that do? That, I don't know why they've got that, but fair enough. So, I'm going to go for a... I think it's in my best interest to go for a... I need to go for the Rapid Spin in case they stay in, right? So, they go for the Giga Drain and they knock out my Blastoise. Fair enough. So, okay, alright, that's fair enough. So, I don't know if the crit mattered there, but, either way, one Spike's okay, right? One Spike's okay. So, now, who am I going into? I guess I could go into my Feraligatr and Ice Punch this. But then if they're going for the Giga Drain, that's going to suck, right? So, okay. Actually, I'll go into my Greninja and I'll Ice Beam. It's super effective against the Sinistcha, the Rayquaza. Yeah, okay, so Greninja, come on in, buddy. I need your help. So, yeah, alright, so let's go for the Ice Beam. Let's do it, Greninja. Alright, so Greninja goes for the Ice Beam. Protein turns us into an Ice type. We're Choice Specs. Get him, Greninja, and we... What? Oh my god, this thing's bloody tanky. So, okay, they go for the Giga Drain. Greninja holds on. So, ooh, okay, I think my next Ice Beam won't knock this out, but will severely weaken it, right? So, okay, Greninja, one more Ice Beam, buddy, and let's, do I think Terrify say? I should have Terrified, I suppose. Okay, let's go for the Ice Beam and let's not do some major damage. Get him, Greninja. Okay, so it's going to bring him down. Oh my god, Greninja, was that a crit? No, oh my god, Greninja just did a high roll. Good job, Greninja, buddy. Amazing. So, okay, they probably have Extreme Speed on the Rayquaza, so I've got to keep that into mind. But yeah, Greninja, fantastic job, buddy. Alright, so, who's coming in? The Chien-Pao? The Rayquaza, okay, so, okay, do I think, Extreme Speed's coming, eh? So, Airlock, yep. So, who can I even switch into on this? I can't really switch anyone out, can I? So, I have to just go for the Ice Beam. Alright, so, there's the Extreme Speed, and it knocks out my Greninja. Fair enough. So, alright, Greninja, thanks for all you've done, buddy. You've been amazing. So, now, I'm going to go into my Quackable, and I'm going to, Ice Spinner, right? So, yeah. Okay, Quackable, come on in, buddy. I need your assistance. And we'll go from there. So Quackable comes on in. Let's go for the Ice Spinner. And once we get the Moxie boost, we should be able to do major damage to the thingy, right? So let's go for the Ice Spinner, Quackable, and let's do this. Alright, so Quackable goes for the Ice Spinner. It's going to knock this out. And down goes the Rayquaza. Fantastic job, Quackable. So, okay. We get the nice little +1 Moxie boost. Although the Sinistcha has Strength Sap, doesn't it? So... oh, God, that could be scary. Okay, it all depends on if we can knock it out or not. Let's find out. Alright, so, is it the Sinistcha now? Is it the Sinistcha? It is the Sinistcha. Okay, so they'll take some Stealth Rocks and some Spikes. But the good thing is I can go into my Samurott afterwards and do some nice edge damage, right? So, let's go for that Ice Spinner and let's do this, Quackable. Alright, so Quackable goes for that +1 Ice Spinner. Tell me it's enough to knock it out, and it's enough to knock it out! Quackable, amazing! Okay, so, alright. Now I'm going to switch Quackable out, because Ice Spinner won't do anything to the Chien-Pao, right? So we're now +2 in attack, but that's okay. I'm going to switch Quackable out into my Feraligatr, and then I'll go straight back into my Quackable and Close Combat this, right? So, let's see, okay. The final Pokemon, the Chien-Pao, is out now. Have they terrestrialized? I can't remember. So, okay, they take some Stealth Rocks and some Spikes. Lovely jubbly. Good job, Quackable. And... Or actually, is it in my best interest to just, ice... No, it's not. I'm going to switch into my Feraligatr. Yeah, let's go to that. Okay, so come on back, Quackable, and we'll go into Feraligatr. And I doubt they've gone for a Swords Dance, right? If they've gone for Swords Dance, that'd be insane, and I've just majorly misplayed. But, okay, Feraligatr comes on in, a little bit of Spikes, show me that Sucker Punch, and Sacred Sword, fair enough. So, Feraligatr takes it. Let's go for a Aqua Jet. Do I need to terrestrialize anything else? No. So, yeah, I'll go for that Terra Water Aqua Jet. Let's do it for Alligator. Alright. Oh, they're terrestrializing as well. So, our Terra Pokemon versus theirs. So, I wonder what they could be terrestrializing into, eh? So, alright. I mean, I suppose if they're going for Sucker Punch... Oh, it's Terra Ice. Oh, maybe they're Ice Shard then. So, okay. I still think Feraligatr can take one Terra Ice Shard. So, alright. Either way, Quackable and Samurott definitely can, right? So, okay. And our close combat still hit this thingy super effectively, right? So, okay. Terra Water for Alligator. Let's go for an Aqua Jet. I don't think it's enough to knock it out, unfortunately, even though with the sheer, with the Life Orb and the Terra Boost, but okay, they got Sucker Punch, fair enough. So that knocks out my Feraligatr. Okie dokie. But it is what it is, right? So, good job, Feraligatr. Thanks for taking the hit. You took a good long rest, and don't you worry, we're going to take care of this Chien-Pao right now. Okay, so, moment of truth. Let's go into our Quackable, and let's close combat. It's resisted, right? So I'm not worried. We'll take a little bit of Spikes damage. Okay, so now we go for that close combat. There's no surprises on their end, and let's knock them out. Alright, so Quackable goes for that close combat, and we knock out the Chien-Pao. Amazing job, Quackable. Okay, so the water starters are doing it. Lovely jubbly. So, good game to my opponent. They had a bloody tough team. They had 5 legendary Pokemon, but the water starters prevailed. Amazing stuff. Good game to them, and great job to all my Pokemon. Boo. Oh, sorry. Wait, what am I talking about? We get another Moxie boost. Is there another Pokemon in the back that I've forgotten about? Oh my god, there's another Pokemon I forgot about. So, oh, it's the Tinglu. Okay, so, oh my god, I went through all of that, and they're still with Tinglu, right? So, okay. Oh, sorry. The Hazards take them out, so it is game over. Okay, so, 5 legendaries. Nothing compared to the water starters. Fantastic stuff. Good game to my opponent, and great job once again to all my Pokemon. Boosh! What an insane set of games, am I right? Water starter Pokemon are seriously strong, and they can dish out some crazy damage. Fantastic stuff. And yeah, with all that, if you enjoyed watching my Water-Type Starter Pokemon annihilating our opponents, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to let me know what's your favourite Water-Type Starter Pokemon down below in the comments. And with all that said, there should be a couple of videos popping up right about now that YouTube thinks you'll love, so why not give one of those a try after this? Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and have a fantastic day. Cheers!